Hello, everyone, ladies and gentlemen alike. Hello, everyone. It's been a while, so I've been kind of like off the net. I tried to steer clear, but I've seen a lot of chaos going on. It just seems like it never ends. But I want to, bring about, which I know people probably already have seen this story, but I thought it was really sad because this man was in his apartment, and the way I hear it, and I'm just kind of going off from what I've heard and what I've kind of seen on some previous articles, is that he was in his apartment and an officer shot him, mistakenly had entered the wrong apartment. And so this is really bad. So let me see here. So his name is under here. Okay, so I have it as Fox 4 slam for reporting on weed found in Botham Jean's apartment when he was an innocent victim. And so his apartment also contained an off duty homicidal cop as well. So it has another video under here, and I guess it talks sort of about something off topic. So excuse, if you see any other video clips that pop up. But in the hours following the fatal shooting of a 26-year-old Botham Jean, police acquired a search warrant for his apartment and conducted a search and found that he had marijuana in his apartment. And when the officials released the findings from his apartment, Fox 4 tweeted developing search warrant. Marijuana found in Botham Jean's apartment after deadly shooting, resulting in an outrage directed towards the news station. And so, first of all, they weren't even supposed to be in his apartment, as what I was reading, that he was the victim and he was innocent and he wasn't doing anything, and that an off duty cop mistakenly went into his apartment. And I forget whatever other reasons, because I'm kind of really focusing on how unfortunate it is to be in your own place where you live. And you think, at least there's safety, and someone barge in on you and kill you right in your own home. And then they search through your home with a search warrant. You know, how do you do that and then reveal what's in the person's apartment after they didn't even do anything? They were the victim in a shooting of an officer that wasn't even supposed to be in their apartment. I just don't understand that. But it says developing search warrant. So it has this picture here. So I'm sure people have seen, many articles. I believe there's lawyers involved. It's all over TV and news and everything. And it's really sad. And clearly you can see that by them revealing what's in his apartment, they're going back on the old stereotypes and they're labeling, let's just call it what it is. They're pretty much stereotyping Black people, because when one incident happens to one or two, even, it's straight across the board painted on all of the face of Black America, and even outside of Black America. It's just anybody who is within that spectrum, that culture, as being, a criminal, or painted a criminal. And so, one person can do something, or a few group of people, and then the whole entire race is viewed in that light. And it's sad. And that's the way America pretty much has perpetuated it. And so this was altogether wrong for them to reveal what was in his apartment. He doesn't, I mean, I know that he can't speak for himself, but that's the one thing. He can't speak for himself. He's not here to fight for himself. And so his family and his friends and the lawyers that his family has, they have to fight for him. This was wrong. That's my opinion. And so reported that police found a small amount. Come on, guys, a small amount of marijuana in his apartment. Although other news outlets obtained the same affidavit, they focused on other items, such as the two bullet casings left, and Amber Geyer shot and killed him in the apartment. And so I believe Amber Geyer is the off-duty cop. And so immediately after Fox 4 published that tweet, they were slammed for focusing on the irrelevant aspects of the whole case of this guy's life when he was the innocent victim that was murdered in cold blood. And so his apartment also contained an off-duty homicidal cop. And so that was what was stated as well by Kashana on Twitter. And so this is really crazy that somebody would do something so heinous and so, really, really just blatant disregard for this situation and to paint a picture based on the person who was an innocent victim to pretty much put Black people and all of us under the bus as usual. But if there was an award for the worst journalism, this would be a really strong contender. Congratulations to everyone at Fox 4 News. And so this person is basically saying that it was really wrong of Fox 4 News to do this. And so the search warrant is, they posted this, really, it should have been confidential information. And so then you have another person who put their comment, "You all are evil." Shortly after Fox News station was eviscerated on Twitter by people on both sides of the aisle, they changed their headlines quickly. Not quick enough, according to this. However, people still took the time to point out how ridiculous the tweet was by guessing other irrelevant items police could have found in Jean's apartment. So, developing mattress in Botham Jean's apartment found with tag removed. Officer totally vindicated. So it's just crazy. It says, also noted, toilet paper in apartment had top sheet set under and not over, thereby making deadly force a necessity, not a choice. Back to you in the newsroom, Matt. So pretty much a lot of people see that this was wrong, and it was on both sides. Also, I think he is recording or was recording sports shows without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball. So there are a lot of people who were not happy about Fox News and how they did this. This was really wrong. So I wanted to put the focus on this because I know a lot of people probably got the article and talked about, from top to bottom, how they felt about this whole situation with this man being killed. You see other clips, excuse me for that. So this is the guy, this is Botham Jean. And it's just sad what happened, that they have to do this kind of stuff. And so this is an American problem. And I'm going to say that because Black people here in America, we always get this. Whenever something bad happens like this, and you're not the fault of it, and it's the cops or if it's somebody else's fault, they always want to, well, what did you do? Well, what were you eating? What were you smoking? What were you drinking? They always have to shift the focus back on the Black person who's actually the victim, the innocent victim. And then they have to find something bad on them, even if they have to dig back 5 years or sometimes even further back. And then they'll put all that out on blast like that. Oh, that's why it happened. That's why he was killed. Like, come on now. that's not going to cut it. So you can tell that it is straight up racism in all of the sense of the words. And so I just wanted to put that out there. I just thought it was really shifty, and it was really, I wanted to say the other word, the other SH word, but I'm just saying this is something that is not uncommon to what American Blacks, and now anybody from any part of the world, if you come here and you have some Black, you can be mixed and have some Black DNA, you're gonna have some drama. So anyway, I want to leave that video, this video in particular, with the picture of this guy here, because it's really sad. He didn't deserve this, you know. And I know the family is livid about this. And in other words, they're very mad and upset and disgruntled in all of this, because this was flat out wrong. And they do need to hire a lawyer. I believe they already have lawyered up on this whole issue, I think from the get-go, because this was just totally, I mean, I can't even say how it is wronger than the word wrong. So anyway, I'm going to leave this video. It's just really sickening that we, you know, here we're in the year of almost 2019, and it just seems like this just doesn't end. It seems like people just don't never learn. It gets worse and worse and worse. And you hear these stories, and it just pretty much validates what people have been talking about some of the racism that has been perpetuated throughout time and history, and even up to now, where Black people can't even have their own safe spaces. You're in your own house and you can get killed. Well, what's your thoughts and your feedback? I'm sure plenty of feedback has been given, but I mean, for this to happen to someone, and here you are, you're not even out there doing anything to anyone. And, you know, by the way, you know, I don't know, maybe all states haven't legalized it, but marijuana has been legalized in California, you know, most of California. And so it's not really, you know, even though some people still view it, you know, how they used to, there are some people that are taking it for medical reasons. They may not have a medical card for it. I know here in California, you don't have to have a medical card necessarily to do the marijuana. If you're doing it, you know, some people will do it for glaucoma. Some people will do it for, you know, well, like if they have like major like migraine headaches, there's, you know, maybe they might have went through a surgery, they went out of a surgery, or they have like existing injuries from, you know, work or from a sport or whatever it is, profession they were involved in. Yeah, there are people that do it for leisure, but there are some people that really do use it for medical purposes. But that's his business. I really just don't side with the officers on this issue, because the whole thing was wrong, you know, the whole thing. And so to put this out on blast like this, come on, guys, whoever did this, this was really, it was really effed up. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video and I will be back. Thoughts and feedback on this. This is really sad, but hey, all in America here. Thanks for listening.